promise you got your eyes, got you trippy on them private jets, taking trips, come back at 6, wake me in your child, and then won't late again, make me wonder who you might be playing with, makes me wonder who you think.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Nakia. Welcome. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe. Today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I go from my natural hair flat iron to this voluminous, very much body yaddy yaddy, natural looking install using micro loop extensions. So if you are interested in seeing how I achieve this look, make sure you keep on watching. So the hair comes packaged really nicely in this purple packaging. Once you slide the initial cardboard off, there's a drawer for you to pull out, and there's a purple satin bag here where you can store any remaining hair or any eye tips that you want to reuse. It says Niawigs.com, and then there is my 3 bundles. So I have two 22 inches and one 20 inch. So the texture is really curly, very textured hair. It also comes with 2 hair clips and also 2 Velcro hair patches and a set of flexi rods. There's also a pamphlet in here with instructions on how to do the eye tips, and I'm loving the representation they have here. She's really cute. I love that. And there's also some more information in here about Niawigs. This is what the hair looks like after I had dyed the hair jet black and let it air dry. Texture looks pretty much the same. And then we went into parting. So for parting, I pretty much left out the same amount of hair that I would leave out like in my quick weave video. I just left out the perimeter and a little area here for me to do a middle part. And I pretty much just braided the perimeter of the hair just to get it out of the way. If you plan on installing these on your own like I was, you want to make sure you have at least 2 mirrors so you can see in the front and in the back of your head, because this isn't the easiest process to part and separate to do on your own. However, the actual micro links themselves are very easy to install. And of course, my parts were not perfect, but as long as I had enough hair around the perimeter to cover the beads when I put it up in a ponytail or in a bun, that's all that really mattered to me. So I just went ahead and braided 1 braid all the way around my head and connected it to my leave out in the front where my middle part is. And this is what it looks like when I got finished with my braid. Okay, so now we're going to start with our first row of the micro loops. So you want to part very thin layers of hair, because if you have too much hair, you won't be able to pull it through the micro loop extension. So just make sure you do very thin layers. You want to make sure you don't have too much hair, but then you also need, you don't want to have too much, but you don't want to have too little, if that makes sense. Because if you have too little, it'll slide out. And if you don't have enough hair, you won't be able to pull it through. So just make sure that you do a nice layer of hair. And so as you can see, there's a lot of little flyaways. So those little Velcro pads that Niawigs included in my package definitely came in handy. So I just used them to keep any flyaways up against my part so that they wouldn't get caught inside my micro loops. So initially, I flat ironed each individual micro loop to avoid putting additional heat on my hair, but I did learn a faster method later on in the video. But basically, you're just going to take your extension and you're going to separate a small section from your part. You'll wrap the plastic piece around it like you would do a rubber band. And then you grab your bead that's on the extension, the black bead, and you basically just pull it in the opposite direction and it'll automatically loop your hair through the bead. From there, just grab your individual strand of hair and slide the extension up the shaft. And then you just take your pliers and clamp down on the bead to close your hair inside of it. And that's pretty much how you install your micro loop extension. So it's pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. So we're just going to continue doing this all the way across our row that we have here parted out. So you want to make sure when you slide the extension up close to your scalp that it's not too close, because you don't want it to be uncomfortable when you pull your hair up into a ponytail. So you want to make sure that it's not super duper close to your scalp, just close enough to where it's not going to get caught when you're combing it. Okay, so one full row is about as equivalent to one track of hair in your hair. So this is how it looks after I got done with one full row. And so I just continued the same method all the way up to the top of my head. So as you can see, this can get pretty repetitive, but I pretty much finished the rest of my hair using this same exact method, just going row by row with very thin layers of hair. I didn't really leave hair in between each layer either. If you were wondering, I pretty much just stacked them right on top of each other in the back. Towards the top of my hair is kind of where I left out a little bit more hair, but in the back and all the way up to the top of my head, I didn't leave any rows in between my hair. So that's like a personal preference if you prefer to do that. But I did decide to install them row by row with the hair in its natural state. And because you can clearly separate your hair from the I-tip when you lift it up, the shorter hair will kind of fall. If you could see that I'm pulling it apart, I decided to flat iron it after I got done with each row just to move a little bit faster. Alright y'all, so I've officially installed one full bundle. Every single eye-tip from one full bundle is in my hair right now. And this is about how much one bundle... Sorry y'all. And this is how much one bundle is in your hair. Well, I don't know if your hair is thick like mine. My braid ended up coming out, y'all. It was too short. But so, just take a look. Take a look and see how much one bundle did my hair. So yes, one bundle is in. Alright, so moving on to the front of my hair and on the sides, that very top crown area, at a certain point I kind of stopped adding them going up the top of my head. So in that back area, there is not many loops back there, but closer on the sides I did add a few over here up into my leave out part that I have left out here. So you can kind of just eye it and see how many you kind of want to leave out, but I didn't want to leave too many in my crown because I didn't want them to show. So that's also a personal preference if you want to continue to put them at the crown of your head. But I decided not to. I just added them on the sides so it'll be even and length around the sides of my hair. Okay, so I'm going to take out my leave outs and we're going to style it. So my leave out has a curl now because it was pin curls. So let me go over that with the flat iron. Right down the middle. Alright y'all, so this is how my hair looked after I installed 250 of the micro loops. It was very full, it looked very natural, it looked very much like my real hair. I didn't go over the hair as much as I could, so it's not as straight as it possibly could be. But now we're about to get into styling the hair. Okay, so just a few things I want to mention with this hair that I've noticed since I've been wearing it now for a few days. Being that it's very, very hot here in Houston, it gets very humid and my hair tends to poof up a little bit if I'm out a little too long outside in the heat. This hair did actually poof up with my hair, which I wouldn't say is a bad thing, but if you have like relaxed hair or something like that and your hair actually doesn't poof up due to humidity or something and the weave does it, you know, then it would kind of be like a difference in texture. So that's something to think about. But I think overall, if you have really thick hair, this hair you will like straight. Okay, you guys, I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but I did use 250 micro loops total. Okay, so 100 micro loops comes in each individual bundle. You guys know that I had two 22 inches and one 20 inch. I installed both of the 22 inches, which was 200 micro loops, and then I installed half of the 20-inch bundle, which was 50 micro loops, so 250 total. It did take me a while because I took breaks, but I think it took me 2 hours to do one full bundle. So when I showed you guys, when I got to that one bundle mark, when I installed one full bundle, it had taken me 2 hours to do that. So I'm gonna say that it took me total, if I would have done it straight through without taking breaks or stopping, it probably would have took me about 5 hours, 5.5 hours to complete. So yeah, you just gotta have patience. I would do this on a weekend where you don't have anywhere to go yet, or do it a few days prior to when you have an event because it is very time consuming. But I think it's worth it if you like to wear your natural hair, you like natural styles, natural installs. I think micro loops are perfect. All right, y'all, and I do have a special coupon code for all my homegirls. Y'all can get 20% off using coupon code Nikia20 on the Niawigs.com website. So make sure you use that coupon to get 20% off when you order your hair from Niawigs. I really love how the hair looks big. It looks really natural. If I say so myself, it looks really good. It looks like my real hair, especially the ends of the hair. It doesn't look too straight. I mean, I wanted to say that this was going to be my last time straightening the hair because the hair is meant to be curly. If you can see, I'm supposed to be wearing this hair curly, but I wanted to install it in straight first just to make sure that I had enough hair in my head in the event that I did want to wear it straight. So I didn't cut the hair or anything like that. I don't plan on cutting the hair. I plan on leaving it just like this because I know once I wear it curly, it's gonna probably be somewhere up here or something like that. I'm assuming. I just hope that the hair reverts back. Okay, y'all, so as you can see, this hair is perfect for blending with a thicker texture of hair. I really, really love the hair. I definitely want to give a special thank you to Niawigs for sponsoring today's video. If you guys have any questions that I did not answer, make sure you leave them down below so I can get those answered for you. Let me know if you're thinking of trying this hair from Niawigs and what you think of the install. Make sure you put a like on this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.